Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in to Staying at Home with Sally. And today we're going to be making a hanging flag craft for Memorial Day. So for this craft, you're going to need a dowel rod, some string, or like hemp or twine, whatever type of, or even another piece of ribbon, whatever you want to hang it with. Some blue material. I went ahead and just bought blue material that already had stars on it, but if you can't find any with stars already on it, just get some blue material and then get some white fabric paint, so that way you can paint the stars on it. I also got some fabric glue, and I have fabric scissors specifically, but just a good pair of scissors will work. You don't have to have specifically fabric scissors. They just work a little bit better. They're sharper. I have a stapler because at first I was going to staple on everything, but then I found the fabric glue, so I'm going to use the fabric glue. But if you needed to, you could use a stapler, or you could even use just a hot glue gun. Then you're going to need various types of white and red ribbon for the stripes of the flag. Okay, so first of all, what I did was I just took the string and I made it a little bit longer than the actual rod, and then I double knotted it on either side, so that's how it's gonna hang. This rod, I got it at Hobby Lobby. You could do a smaller version and get one of the rods and cut it in half. But I wanted this one to be big because I'm going to use it for to take pictures. And then for the material, I just got a quarter of a yard, and then I just put some. What I did to measure out how big I wanted the stars, the blue part of the flag to be, I put it around the rod like this, and then I stapled it just to try it out to see if that's like how big I wanted it to be. But now I'm going to go ahead and glue it onto there. So I'm putting the stars face down, and then I'm going to put the rod onto the material. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of fabric glue onto the blue material, and that way I'm going to fold this other part of the blue material over the rod so that it will be like this. Okay. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that for all of the pieces of ribbon. I've already pre-cut the ribbon just because it took a little while, and I just kind of just measured it out. And you know, I mean, you might want it not to be so large, you might want it to be a smaller version of this hanging ribbon flag, but I wanted mine to be bigger, so I just, after I had stapled this onto the rod, this material, then I just kind of measured out how long I wanted the stripes to be. So then that way I kind of had an idea, and I cut one strip of the ribbon, and then I went through and I cut all the ribbon to be similar in length. You don't want it to be so uniform that it doesn't look like, you know, vintagey. I think that's the point that we're trying to get around to this, is it's kind of gonna look vintagey. That's why I've got some lace, and the material has a little bit of fringe on it. You can even use some burlap. So you want it to be, you know, farmhouse like. Okay, so now I'm going to glue this material on here. We'll glue it over, I guess. Okay. And I just put a thin line of the fabric glue. what that will look like. So now I'm going to go ahead and glue the pieces of ribbon. I'm going to do this part and then see how much ribbon I have left over. And then what I'll do with this part of the flag is I'll cut the ribbon to glue on to this bottom part of the blue material to finish out the flag. So I'll show you how I'm going to do a couple of these, and then I'll do a time lapse so that way you're not watching me glue ribbon for like 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking the back of the ribbon, I'm going to put a little dot of this fabric glue or hot glue, whatever you got. I'm going to wrap it around the dowel rod. And then I'm just going to continue on for the rest of it. All right, stay tuned for the rest of the flag. Okay, so now I'm finished gluing all the ribbon onto the dowel rod. I had to change to a hot glue gun, my third piece in, because the fabric glue worked for the fabric, but it for the lacy ribbon, it wasn't really working, so I just went ahead and changed to the hot glue gun, and it worked really well. I ran out of ribbon, so it's a little bit half done. I'm gonna go get some more ribbon and finish it, but y'all will get the gist of the way to do it. So this is the back of it. I've just folded the ribbon over and glued it, and yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. So this is what it looks like. This is what I did for the material part. So I just cut it close to I like measured it so that it was glued to the material, and then I just cut the excess off so that it would be close to the same length. So I just need just a few more pieces of ribbon to finish it off. I have some here, but it's not quite long enough, so I'm just going to get a little bit more ribbon to finish it. But and I forgot to mention earlier, but if you wanted to, instead of using all ribbon, you could get some material pieces and just cut them into strips and put them here. But I think it turned out wonderfully. I can't wait to hang it up at my house. I usually decorate for Memorial Day, and then I just leave those decorations up all through until the 4th. Then I change to something different, like watermelon or pineapple or something summery. But I think it turned out great. I hope you guys decide to do something like this at home. Another thing you can do is, if you don't have a dowel rod, you could just get ribbon and get some kind of like circle. Like I was thinking maybe like the lid to like Quick Oats, and just cut out the middle part of the lid, so that way it's just the edge of the top, and then just glue the ribbon to that, and then it would be like a circular mobile, and you could use like blue ribbon, red, white, and blue ribbon for that. Another thing that I had that I might still do for 4th of July, is to get like a soup can and paint it blue with some white stars, and then put some ribbon on the inside of that, so it's kind of like another version of the windsock, like I had done like my second week of quarantine. I'm gonna continue doing these videos. I hope that you enjoy them. I enjoy doing the crafts for you because it lets me show my creative side, which I never really got to do before. But I'll try to do some more like homey type crafts, and children's crafts too, but try to do something for the adults as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this Memorial Day video for Staying Home with Sally, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.